Welcome to episode 2 of Snipe to Glory. As you can see, our coin total has taken an absolute beating down to just under 3k, and this is why we said at the end of episode 1 that we were going to be looking to bring in a starter squad to use, and here it is. So just a basic 4-4-2 we're going to try out to start with. We've got some okay players, some that were untradeable, some that aren't. Dagba and Vidal being untradeable. Everyone else has been bought for nice and cheap. The bench is made up of untradeables as well. It's a decent little starter squad. Obviously the right hand side attacking three are probably the best in there and will probably stick around for the longest. But now we are going to go into our Div Rivals rankings placement matches, because we all know this year for the first time, for finishing your placement matches you get coins. So we should get a big lump back towards where we were before we bought this squad, and then we can even sell this squad and get it back, or we can trade back up. So that is what we're going to do today. So here we go. Right, so here we are. We won 2 out of the 5 games. They were all pretty close actually, surprisingly, with the team that we used. But some of the teams we come up against were like full-fledged, really high standard teams. So I'm not disappointed with that. As you can see, we've been placed into Div 5, which I'll explain in a minute is actually quite a good thing. So for doing those 5 placement matches and placing in Div 5, as you can see, we have just received 44,000 coins. So it's well worth doing. Even if you lose all 5, I think you get placed in like Div 6, which is at least 30k coins. So well worth doing. Now what we can also go back and do is actually sell the rest of our team, which will give us a nice big base of coins to work on in the future. So I'm going to go ahead and find out what these players are worth, list them, and we'll be back when they've sold. Right, so as I said, I was going to go through and sell the team that we just used to do our Div Rival ranking places. As you can see, the coin total in the top left hand corner, we are now at 83,664 coins. So here's the 9 players we sold, because obviously Vidal and Dagba, or Dragba, whatever his name is, the right back, were untradeable. These, as you can see, when you sell an item, they go back on your transfer list, they go back to their base position and their base chem style. So all of these players, pretty much, apart from Magnan, had chem styles on them, which made them more valuable than their normal base chem style would have been. So we managed to sell Lautaro Martinez for 7.7, Hakimi 4.9, Maignan for 950, Kimpembe 3.4, Mendy 3.9, St Maximum 2.4, Stones 2.2, Chamberlain 1.4, sorry, and Antonio 3.3 because it had a hunter on it. And I have to say, out of all of these players that we've used so far, who we've just sold, the underrated stars were definitely Antonio, who with a hunter on was actually so much better than I thought he'd be, and Alan St Maxim, who, even though his shooting is 70, I want to look at his finishing quickly, which is 67. But it was 67, he had a dead eye on him, so it would have been boosted quite a lot. But his finesse shots were actually insane. Like, it was so good. So yeah, so that's who we've sold now. Now, this wouldn't be Snipe to Glory if we didn't do some sniping. So we're going to clear the transfer list, and then we're going to go set up our first sniping video filter of the video. But before we do that, I've actually just backed off the transfer list and realised I have 6 packs in the store. Now these are all objective packs, so they're all going to be untradeable, and you've got the 2 vanity packs, which we're just going to open now while we're talking because they're just nothing really. So these are all from just doing objectives that were just sitting in the club, sitting there while we played our Div Rivals matches. So anything untradeable and usable will be amazing. So we're going to go through and open them now and see how we get on. So we're going to leave the premium gold pack for last. We're going to go through the 375 plus rated rare player packs. So let's start off with the end one, because why not? And let's see if we can get anything usable. So not a walkout. Okay, Forsberg, that's not great, not horrendous, but he'll do for the club. Bundesliga player, so he might come in handy in an SBC, if not in a squad. So let's go for the next one. Not a walkout again. No board either. This is going to be Cordoba. Okay, another Bundesliga player. So we're getting a theme here. Not really usable in this game, and horrendous passing with 61, but he will do for the club. Might come in handy at some point, as the store takes forever to load. Right, last one, 75 rated rare player. Can we get something usable this time? No walkout, but you're not expecting it anyway. No board either. Centre mid. McKenzie, okay, he's actually okay. His passing's bad for a centre mid, but the rest of his stats are okay, so he could come in handy. And he is a Juventus player, so obviously he will at some point get used in SBC, if not. So let's store him in the club. And lastly, before we go into a sniping filter, we're going to open this premium gold pack and let's see how we get. No board. And that was the worst pack of the lot. Another untradeable French Ligue 1 right back. He will definitely get used in SBC at some point. Also get João Pedro, Thiago Mendes and Sisto. Okay, at least we've got a gold manager now that we can slap on, Marco Bielsa. But other than that, not great. So yeah, let's get on to the sniping filter. So here we are on the PS4, going straight to the transfer list. His name is Christian Romero. So Christian, which I spelt wrong. $13K. So what that means is, if once we've sold him for 13K, that will give us a total coin value of 12,350. So if we signed him for 12,250, in profit we make 100 coins. So we're going to leave the buy now at that because it will make us some money, and we just want as many of them to pop up as possible. We're going to put a little minimum price here. We might this time decrease this down to 10,000 and something, 10 million and something, just so it's a slightly different price. And we're going to go ahead and try and snipe a few of these for a while. So we'll come back when we've either got someone or we're moving to a different player. But this is a technique I like to use a lot, especially when you've got in the tens of thousands, because you need that much to sign an inform in the first place. So I will see you in a bit. Right, so we are back. Only done a little bit of sniping of our Romero card. As you can see, we have bought 12 and 12 have sold on. So we've made a couple of K, not a lot, but we only did this sniping for about 5 to 10 minutes, and we already bought 12 of them. Some even as low as 11.5K, as you'll probably see. A lot were popping up as well that we missed, because for some reason it seemed like there was a couple of other people on this filter, but that's fine. So I'm going to keep going with this filter and similar ones. Make sure you tune in to episode 3 of Snipe to Glory to find out how we get on and what our coin total stands at. So we'll see you next time.